When the days are never ending, when the nights are feeling lonely, there's a place that I can go where the birds are free to roam. In the sky, flying high over fields of green. And where the stars inside the sky, where the last one's shining bright, pushing through the storm tonight, we'll be burning on and on and on. Where the stars inside the sky, where the last one's shining bright, pushing through the storm tonight, we'll be burning on and on and on.
Hello Taurus, this is Inspire 2016 with your weekly tarot reading for the week commencing the 15th of January until the 21st of January 2018. The first card for you is representing, how do you feel about yourself? Your card is the Ace of Cups. There is a new beginning of love, happiness and compassion. It can indicate the start of a new relationship, be it a friendship or a romance. This is one of those relationships where you feel happy and you are so pleased to have met someone with whom you can share a special connection. The water in the card reflects the flow of emotion, and thus the Ace of Cups suggests that positive emotion and energy will be created between two people in a way that leaves you feeling good about yourself and life in general. You need to experience the feeling of new love or of giving and receiving unconditional love. Give and accept love on a new level and open your heart to what is around you. Your loving ways will magnetize love to you. This card often means that love is the essence of the situation. It may or may not be romantic love. Look for ways in which you can begin to connect with others. Do you have someone to forgive? Or do you want to ask for forgiveness? Can you set aside your anger and find peace? Would you like to drop your reserve and let your feelings show? This is a peaceful time in your life, so use it and make peace with friends or yourself. The Ace of Cups is also about creative expression, particularly where there is an opportunity to allow your emotions to shine through. You are very open to experiencing your inner feelings and sharing them with others. You may be inspired to start a new creative project, take up an art class or two, or even engage in interpretative dance. You are at that point in your life where you feel comfortable with who you are and what you feel, and you are not afraid to express that part of yourself to others. You see new potential in allowing your creative juices to flow, and as such, you are open to new possibilities and stimulating your imagination to allow your talent to unfold. There is certainly a generous, compassionate component to the Ace of Cups. This is a time of giving, not taking, and offering yourself to a new opportunity to help others. You have the power to bring great happiness to others and to share your contentment and positive energy. You will also find that the more you give, the more you receive on multiple levels. The Ace of Cups often points to fertility. From a very literal point of view, this means that the Ace of Cups can indicate conception, pregnancy or birth. There may be the birth of a new idea or a spark of new inspiration. It can represent the beginning of a project in which a great deal of loving and creative energy is invested. The second card for you is representing, what do you want most right now? Your card is the Eight of Swords. What do you want most right now is not feeling trapped by your own thoughts and perspectives. The woman in this card is blindfolded and bound, trapping her into thinking that she has no way out. However, if only she could remove the blindfold and change her thinking, she would see that she does indeed have options. So, the Eight of Swords suggests that you need to look at a difficult situation from a new angle. Draw upon your intellectual self and your emotional self to determine the best path forward, one that avoids any possible victimization or restriction. The Eight of Swords is often a sign that it is best not to make any important decisions at this point because your thinking has been limited and constrained by self-imposed boundaries. You are struggling to see a situation for what it is and have been led to believe certain things that may or may not be true. There are choices available, but first you must be within the right mindset to know which option to choose. This means releasing the bindings and the blindfold to see the situation from a different, less imposing angle. There may also be too many ideas running through your head. Thus it is best to wait until you feel more secure and certain about a situation before making important decisions and taking action. If you see part of this woman in yourself, then it is imperative you take back your power and personal accountability and open your eyes to the options that lie in front of you. The fact is that you do have options, even if you do not like those options. This is fine, so long as you accept that you do indeed have options and you do not have to be the victim here. The Eight of Swords portrays a dilemma whereby you are faced with the difficulty of a painful decision and you are at an impasse, uncertain of which way to go. However, what you may not realize is that the decision in the Eight is the result of our own actions. Despite the fact that you have boxed yourself into a corner, there is a way out. The solution is simply to deal with the situation in the most direct yet tactful manner possible, and face your choice with inner strength. It is time to be honest with yourself and others in order to be free of the burden of fear or guilt that is implied with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords can indicate that your interests will be opposed by other people, and this may create restrictions to what it is you want to achieve. Take back your power and realize that you have options whether others oppose you or not. You do not have to be constrained by their way of thinking or their rules. The third card for you is representing your fears. Your card is the Page of Cups. You are afraid and might be escaping reality through drugs or alcohol. If this is not you, it can be someone around you who is running away from reality and living in their own world. This is a person who is emotionally insecure and unable to conduct healthy relationships as he expects too much and gives too little. He is lacking in self-love and self-acceptance, and may be emotionally abusive. This person has rampant and unfocused emotions, and may therefore get his or her feelings hurt without reason. He is suspicious, self-doubting, insincere, selfish and easily depressed. This may be someone you know or even a reflection of your shadow self. You or someone you know may also be prone to childlike tantrums and a loss of emotional control in the face of adversity. The reversal of the Page of Cups points to exaggerated emotional outbursts and a temperamental, overly dependent personality. The Page of Cups can sometimes indicate substance abuse, particularly if paired with the devil. You may be using drugs or alcohol as a way to escape your reality and to dream about a more favorable possibility. It will eventually catch up with you. Given the Page of Cups is reflective of your creative abilities, its reversal can indicate a creative block. Alternatively, you may feel thwarted when it comes to doing the types of stimulating, creative projects that you find really interesting but which may not bring in as much income as other things. The ideas are there but you are having trouble figuring out how to make them into reality. The Page of Cups can indicate that you are following an inclination or a hunch but with little thought about whether it is realistic or not. You may be acting without thinking or allowing your immediate desires and emotions to seduce you, particularly if they go against your common sense, such as making a promise you cannot keep or a commitment that does not mean anything to you. The fourth card for you is representing what is going for you. Your card is the Five of Wands. You need to stand up for yourself and winning that conflict. There will be an end of conflict, tension and competition of some sort. It is impacting your ability to move forward with your goals. Rather than being able to work together with others, you are coming up against it and are constantly being challenged on your point of view. The trouble is that everyone is trying to express their point of view and opinions, but no one is listening, and so there is little progress. There is only conflict, and there is little or no value in the discussions that are occurring. Similarly, this card is representative of a group of people who are committed to an end, but they cannot fully agree on how to implement this goal, as each has their individual agenda as to how to bring this to fruition. Aim to turn this into constructive conflict by allowing each person to openly share their thoughts, but then listen to other people's thoughts. Once everyone has been heard and all opinions have been considered, determine the best path forward. The Five of Wands encourages an enthusiastic approach to change. Change is coming, whether you like it or not. However, your challenge will be in ensuring that everyone is on the same page and is focused on dealing with this change constructively and positively. Currently, there is scattered energy resulting from misdirected enthusiasm. Everyone has many ideas, but no one is there to bring them into one consistent path forward. Your role may be in identifying a clear strategy and purpose that can be implemented by all involved. The fifth card for you is representing what is going against you. Your card is the Eight of Cups. You may be feeling confused about where your best options lie. Part of you wants to explore new horizons and possibilities, but another part of you fears that in doing so, you will miss out on what your current circumstances have to offer. The Eight of Cups also represents knowing when to walk away from a situation that is ultimately not working for you. Even though there are some fundamental issues that have not been resolved, you know that no matter how hard you try, these will probably never be resolved. It hurts you to have to walk away with this lack of closure, but you know this is what is needed right now. Sometimes, however, there may be a lack of commitment to walking away, whereby one day you are ready to leave and by the next day you are having doubts and wanting to stay. The Eight of Cups can reflect helpless, aimless drifting from one place to the next by someone who cannot stand to be confined to just one setting, or someone who never quite fits in. You may fear intimacy and have difficulty making and keeping your commitments. When things become too difficult, you quickly escape and leave behind your troubles, rather than dealing with them head-on. The last card for you is representing the likely outcome that you may have. Your card is the Four of Cups. You are dissatisfied with the status quo. You may be feeling disengaged, apathetic, or unmotivated. Life has become stale or flat and there is little that excites you anymore. To overcome this, the Four of Cups suggests a need to re-evaluate your situation and to look deep within your own psyche to find understanding and meaning. Turn your attention inward to find the truth for which you are searching. Avoid distractions and examine your heart and mind to gain clarity. There might be an offer has been presented to you, but you are holding off making any sort of decision or evaluation of that opportunity until you have had more time for reflection and consideration. Notice that while the man in this card has not accepted the offer being presented to him, he has not completely rejected it either. The cup will continue to be there and the decision to accept or reject it can be made at any point. For now, though, it is the time for contemplation, research and meditation. When all of the answers are in, and it feels right emotionally, then you can take action, but in the short term, you do not need to make an immediate choice. Similarly, the Four of Cups signifies disappointment in someone or in a situation. You may be growing tired of the same old struggle that has been carried on too long in the past. As a result, you have started to withdraw and go within yourself to seek greater peace and tranquility. If you are becoming particularly pouty or sulky about your predicament, the Four of Cups is then a call to action. It is time to wake up. Be alert and to be open to new experiences that offer a more positive outcome. The Four of Cups can sometimes point to defensiveness. This can be noticed in the body language displayed in the crossed arms and legs of the man on the card. He chooses to ignore the possibility of what the cup has to offer. Possibly he has been hurt emotionally before, as this is the suit of cups, and he is fearful to expose himself to that again. Hence he is closing himself off to this opportunity. Consider what opportunities you are ignoring or declining, and ask yourself whether this is because you truly believe you would not benefit from it, or whether this is because you are fearful of what may follow. Be mindful of any defensiveness in your responses and reactions. Last but not least, the guidance card for you is the Earth Fairy. The Earth Fairy says to pay attention to your health and all things pertaining to your physical body. Perhaps you need exercise or to pay special attention to your diet. Are you getting enough sleep? The Earth Fairy reminds you to indulge your senses. It's good to revel in the sensations of your body. The sensual world is an important part of the path to Avalon and must be honored. When the Earth Fairy appears, she reminds you to get into your body and out of your head. Don't spend so much time analyzing things over and over. Get your hands into some dirt, gardening, perhaps. Walk barefoot in the grass, and remember that your physical self is the house of your spirit, as the Mother Earth houses you. Get grounded. Remember that you're part of the living Earth. Stay connected. Another message from the Earth Fairy is to make sure the foundations of all you do are solid. Be aware that projects, relationships, business ideas, and families all need to be built on steady foundations. The Earth Fairy always helps you when you ask.
I hope that you enjoy everything, and if you like the reading, just please click subscribe and you will get instant notifications every time we publish a new video right to your YouTube. Thanks.